Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here at OP, which stands for optimism, but right now kind of looks overpowered. What we're going to do is talk about the backend data, kind of look at some liquidation levels, and just make sure we understand best practice and big picture in situations like this, because I get a lot of folks asking, hey, do I short the top? We truly don't know the top's in yet. Tons of volume flowing into this coin. A lot of times it's best just to leave well enough alone and get out of the way. That's me personally. I don't like to trade, try to catch a falling knife or try to, catch a bullet, whatever the term is you want to describe here. It's not ideal in most cases, but we'll take a look at some fib levels, kind of make sure we understand what's going to happen in the big picture. If you already know the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teach people to trade, however, so I hope you can learn something today. Quickly to note, I have a trading academy, community, and signals group, Discord and Telegram, effectively. We have signals for our scalping bot or day trading bot, Premium Plus, where we just kind of scalp the heck out of Matic here lately, Ethereum, as well as Solana. So we've got about 6 trading pairs, but those are the 3 that are cranking right now. We've also taken some healthy profits from a lot of Bitcoin trades, Dogecoin, Crowcoin, AVAX, ADA 40%, AVAX 47, Doge 83, QNT. The list kind of goes on here, so just know that things are going very well, and I'm super happy that's working well for my community members. So I appreciate the wonderful feedback and happy it's working well. If you are considering joining, just know we have a limitation on the amount of subscribers. We're getting close to the top, so just note there's been a lot of new members coming over. We want to make sure to give you that appropriate one-on-one time. So take a look here at OP. Let's go to the back end really quick and just kind of note here, massive liquidation levels at about 1.86. We're not seeing much above that because of the fact that that's right where people were hedged at for the shorts, expecting the price to pull back when obviously it didn't. So you can see here, OP comes up and over, get a lot of shorts averaging themselves out at 1.86, right in this range here. And then the price comes up and just wrecks and melts tons of faces here. So I'm sorry if you were caught in the crossfire there for that one. That's a bummer. But we want to talk a little bit about the fact that there is still some long liquidation levels at about 1.7. Sometimes that's an area that we might want to expect to get swept next. I wouldn't say we're even close to that at this point. The likelihood of the price coming down that level is very low. Okay, so again, I think the sub $2 price points are likely going to be a thing of the past, and I'll explain why. So let's take a look at the daily here and just quickly note the big picture. Okay, so we're above the 20-day SMA. We cranked through that here today. We're above all other moving averages. That's fantastic. We got a solid amount of volume profile here, right about the 180 range. So between 170 and 180, that's the approximate. We just say 175 is the average true range for this coin. Now, obviously, you zoom out, it'll change the scenario a little bit for us. But generally speaking, we have the most amount of recent volume here at this level. We can also see a previous resistance level there at about 180. So we can summarize that 180 is probably going to be the new support level, especially that being a 0.618 fib level for the moment. Okay. So again, really good stuff there in that regard. We can see the convergence forming, had already blasted through. It's not forming, it's official. Unless we close a gravestone doji candle today and the price drops immediately, we're probably going to see this convergence continue. In other words, we have more potential for upside. Last 4 days of trading, significant amount of volume. Therefore, our money flow index is increasing. That's awesome. We also have a convergence on the stochastic RSI, and of course, our traditional RSI bounced off 50. Those are all bullish qualities we look for. In fact, the fact the price action was trending above 50 in the RSI was a reason to have taken the trade earlier today. So I know a lot of folks did that. In fact, one of our community members, I think, went pretty hard on OP there. It's pretty standard for Josh Raj to do 50 to 100x, but generally speaking, fantastic results are very well done. I do see that the trade is still open. You may want to consider taking some profits because you'll never truly be profitable if you don't take the profits, right? Again, I'm speaking more so to everyone else, not necessarily you. You know what you're doing there. But generally speaking, it's crazy how many times I get people to come over to our community saying I've left so much money on the table. And you do that if you don't take targets. You got to set multiple profit targets, right? Speaking of which, we are partnered with Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. They actually allow you to set multiple profit targets within the exchange. And they have trailing stop losses, no KYC, no VPN requirements. Use my link to benefit. You'll have some significant rewards there waiting for you. And we do also have a walkthrough here on our website, or correction, our Discord, of course, through my my channel, obviously, so you can kind of have instructions on how to use that. Okay. So the 4-hour time frame. This is the most important time frame we want to look at. We want to recognize that stochastic RSI is swinging upwards. We haven't diverged yet. RSI is up over 70. Money flow index is also there too. all positive contributing factors. Of course, that's going to be the case when you have a massive amount of volume coming into the coin right away. Okay, which does raise your eyebrow rather and be like, okay, is this a pump and dump? Is it something like that? Well, I've looked at OP and in its past, it doesn't do this super often, so it's probably likely a fundamental catalyst. Something I'm unaware of course. If you know that, go ahead and comment below, let us know what's going on there. But for lack of better terms here, everything's looking truly bullish on the daily and the 4-hour time frame. We are only a couple of, about 8 hours into this continuation, so there's really no reason to kind of short into this coin. If you are considering shorting or just say taking a long at a potential better price point, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618 are all common Fibonacci retracement levels. So we can see here 195, 187, and 180 as potential areas in which the price could pull back to. I want to emphasize the word could because it is likely it's not going to happen right away. And unless Bitcoin drops to, what, 40,000, we should be in pretty good shape. OP is correcting itself, of course, as a natural correction. Keep that in mind. Could also be running concurrent with Bitcoin, which is testing this $43,000 range. Okay, so unfortunately, Bitcoin's kind of bleeding out, and we're seeing a lot of coins follow suit. But this coin is doing extremely well, contrary to that. So just keep in mind, pullback would make sense if Bitcoin continues to retrace. But outside of that, let's see if what would happen otherwise. Ichimoku Cloud is going to give us all green lights here to leave our long position open. There's no reason to trade into this coin. And then, of course, TD Sequential tells us we're not really massively overextended. While we are hitting an 8, we've consolidated nicely at this area here. Okay, so again, I would say refreshing some memories here as far as the recent time frame and how high the price has gone. The most recent high here is really close to that 195. Okay, so my speculation is if the price pulls back to this 0.382 level at 195, that should be the initial support level. Secondary or tertiary to that, again, you got to recognize we could see 187 or 180. Okay, now again, those are less likely. It all depends on how Bitcoin performs, okay? Bitcoin can stabilize at 43,000, start creeping back up to 44, then this coin's going to take off, okay? If it doesn't, obviously we're going to see the price pull back to some of those levels there. We just got to be mindful of that. The very last thing we could look at, which honestly isn't really super relevant, sometimes I like to confirm the overextension with our CC Golden indicator here. And this does tell us we have an overextended state. That's pretty redundant. Obviously, we know that, but it did give us some buy signals here earlier in the week. Okay, so again, nothing really super stark or crazy. So my summarization here is, depending on Bitcoin, obviously, we got to recognize that Bitcoin pulling back, we could see this retrace further. If it were to, these levels here at about 202, 195, 187 are more likely to retrace to and bounce than the others. Now, keep in mind, again, Bitcoin's pulling back pretty hard, so is OP. Overextended coins are going to get hit right now. But we have noticed that coins like this tend to stabilize very well when Bitcoin starts to kind of go sideways for just a little while. Okay, it's that natural knee-jerk reaction, so just be mindful. Other than that, I just recommend trading with low leverage, low position size. That's kind of what we do as a community. All these trades that we take here are typically 5 to 10x leverage trades, and we're just taking profits pretty much every single day. Again, it's a profitable market right now if you're choosing to take longs. We're not really taking that many shorts. We did take a Chainlink short recently, hit our 30%, got out, but I don't recommend shorting much at all right now. Okay, and that goes for this coin too. Even though it's overextended, it'll probably pull back as soon as I hit upload on this video, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, all right, folks, thanks for watching. Please do me a favor, like the video if you could, help us grow the channel, and obviously comment below if you got some thoughts. Join us on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. We got a lot of good resources all down below. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.